Hello, Divine Feminists, and thank you, ladies, so much for watching and tuning in today, tonight. I wish every time you decide to watch this reading right now, I appreciate you. For those of you that are new, I'm Levitating Lotus Healing. For those of you that are returning, welcome back and thank you. I appreciate it, okay? I haven't done your general reading in a while, and now is the time to do it, okay? So I hope that whatever comes through for you, I hope that it resonates for you, brings you some clarity of some kind, but if not, it's all good. It simply means that it's not your energy or message, okay? All right, ladies, let's see what's in these oracles for you. This is the Moonology deck that I'm using, okay? All right, let's see. One last shuffle. Okay. Divine, I asked for the first oracle to come through. Thank you. Prosperity lies ahead. New Moon in Taurus. Okay? Don't mind that missing nail. This one is missing and this one is missing. Fuck it. Okay? Prosperity lies ahead is the first oracle that comes out. Okay. Let's see. Thank you. Believe in the impossible. Blue Moon. Okay? That's the second. Alright. This falls out. Work through your fears. New Moon in Scorpio. Okay. Thank you. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full Moon in Libra. Ladies, you have everything that you desire, and everything that you want is available to you. It's so accessible to you, if that makes sense, for whoever that makes sense for. You have prosperity lies ahead. Believe in the impossible. Work through your fears, and a win-win outcome is forecast. There's so much potential. There's so much potential that you're empowering right now, or that you're encouraged to. There's so much a sense of self that you need to believe in right now. There's confidence and a sense of power that you need to feel within your being right now, in order for you to know exactly who and where you're supposed to go. A part of what's holding you back is your fear, your apprehension of whichever kind, in whichever ways that's affecting you. That's sort of like making your flow or your growth stagnant, okay? You have prosperity and believing in who you're supposed to be in order for you to obtain a win-win outcome or a win-win situation that best supports and benefits your life long term, okay? You're struggling with your fear, your doubt, your worry, your confidence, maybe your self-esteem. You could be battling with your ego right now. You could be battling with your lower level energies, or purging them and healing them. This is in a way shadow work, okay? This is you facing your shadows with confidence, with love, with patience, with embracing it, okay? Embracing it lovingly, embracing it fully, so that it no longer holds you hostage, so that you can fully embrace the prosperity and the belief and faith and knowing of all turns out well for you. You have a win-win outcome available to you through this situation, in whichever way you're experiencing this, at whichever time you are at right now, okay? You have a win-win outcome that's available to you. You have a I'm hearing lucrative deal. It's a lucrative deal in whichever way, you know what I'm saying? If it didn't turn out the way that you expected, it turns out even better than you thought it did. And God always creates a better option anytime you're focused on the right thing. But I feel like, ladies, right now you are definitely in the right type of energy to gain on something very big, very transformative, very beautiful and happy and healing for you. Something very life-changing for you. Something very life stabilizing for you, something very solid and stable for you. You're gaining on that, you're building on that. If not, that is something that you are encouraged to do, okay? But the hill that you have to walk and get over, the hill that you have to walk to the top of to get over to the other side of, is your fear. And your fear could extend to many different things, okay? It could be a combination of things. It could be one thing. It could be so many things. It could be a few things. But ultimately, this is something that you know for your own personal reasons, for your own personal way, and for your own individual self, what your fear is, okay? Whatever the apprehension is, whatever the disconnect, whatever the imbalance, whatever the struggle is for you, okay? You're encouraged to work through it, because what came before that was believing the impossible, and prosperity lies ahead, prosperity of all kinds, okay? And as long as you keep that energy, you will develop, or you will be gifted a win-win outcome of whichever type of struggle or whichever type of transformation that you're in to get to your end of this win-win outcome, okay? So you have it available to you, okay? It repeats itself twice with prosperity lies ahead and win-win outcome is forecast, but you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your path and your purpose. You have to believe in your abilities. You have to believe in your power as a woman, as a divine feminine, and get over your lower level energies, your lower level emotions. A lot of times we can feel trapped by them. A lot of times we can feel so affected that, you know, there seems to be no other way but that feeling, and that's a complete lie. You can heal from any type of shadow that has ever caused you damage, from any type of shadow that has held you hostage from your growth. Okay, you can overcome it. All you have to do is face it with power and truth and confidence, and allow the divine's guidance to bring clarity to you about whatever it is, for whatever reasons, as to why. You know what I mean? Work through your fear, okay? There's nothing beyond your fear but your greatness to obtain, okay? For whoever that makes sense for, okay? All right, Divine, I ask for one last oracle to close this reading out. It is time to release the negativity. Okay, this is full moon in Scorpio, okay? Whatever that is, internally, externally, or both, you have to continue to do the work to do so. And I'm speaking to myself as well, okay? You know, you have to continue to choose what's best and completely disassociate or disconnect from what is less than what you deserve. This means perceptions. This could mean a lower level perception, a lower level emotions, perspectives, actions, intentions, all of that. In order for you to become the great woman that you know that you are, you have to release the lower parts of yourself by healing your wounds, healing the trauma, healing the damage, healing the abuse, healing the imbalances, healing the struggles, healing your fear, your anxiety, your frustration, your confusion. Allow divine to bring in all of that power, that clarity, that encouragement for you that you need. All you have to do is make your next present choice the best one. And that's how it works. That's how the energy starts to flow and continue to flow. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let me pull one last one. Okay. And we got Scorpio twice. In both perspectives of the moon. Okay. This is like some of you divine feminists are coming to a real true reality of, I gotta release this shit. I have to let this go. I have to walk away. I have to disconnect. I have to disengage. I have to really continue to keep choosing me. I have to keep choosing me. I have to keep choosing what's best for me. Because anything less than that is just insanity. It really is divine feminine. Please know and understand that. Anything less than your absolute best, anything less than the absolute best of what God sees for you, what you see for yourself, is fucking insanity, and it's a pointless choice to make. Okay? You deserve it all. Okay? You deserve everything that your heart desires. You deserve everything that makes your heart feel fulfilled, that brings you peace of mind and spirit and energy and mind and body and your reality. You deserve that, okay? So don't ever feel like you have to choose less in order to obtain it, or there's some type of shortcut. There's no shortcut. You are the whole entire fucking situation. Know that. All you have to do is master it. All you have to do is release whatever is holding you back internally or externally, and work through whatever you've either been subconsciously and consciously programmed to believe about yourself, or whatever it is that is externally projecting fear and triggering your wounds, triggering whatever type of lower level energy that you haven't really corrected or put in check yet. You know what I mean? Some of you may have already done this, some of you may have not, but you are definitely encouraged to, okay, if you are not. Okay, divine feminine, ultimately, overall, you have it together. Okay, you do. You got it together. You just have to continue to believe in who you are as a divine feminine, as a powerful divine feminine that is completely in touch and aware of herself, her path, and her purpose. And the way to do that is to continue to do the shadow work, continue to heal, continue to bring yourself back into balance, continue to do your spiritual rituals. skills, okay? Continue to practice your practices. Excuse me, y'all. Continue to practice your healing practices, okay? So that you can continue to keep yourself stabilized, okay? I don't see any type of real issue aside from the mental and the emotional. That's what it feels like, the mental and the emotional and the past, you know, and what you kind of feel like where you should be already right now in your present. But be at peace, be still, okay? And just center yourself, ground yourself, and move about this situation as gracefully as you can, okay? And just knowing that whatever struggles that you're having or that you're experiencing right now, it is something that you need to pay attention to. It's something that you need to give love and clarity and truth of perception to, so that you can then say, I've healed from it. You can then say, it no longer hinders me, but I'm in control of it because I've mastered it. You know what I'm saying? Overall, you have so much to gain through that experience. You have so much to gain if you have not already gained it. You know, if you have not already seen the reflections of that. Over time, over years, you will see the transformations. Over the weeks and the months, you will see the transformations. All you have to do is continue to do that, okay? And you'll be exactly where you need to be, okay? I'm going to pull one last one. Divine, I ask for one last one. Close this reading out. Thank you. What do you need to... What do you need to release? Waning moon. You're being told twice. Double confirmation. It's time to release the negativity, and what do you need to release? I'm nosy, so I'm about to pull another one. What is it that you need to release? I know it's a part of your fear, but as a divine feminine, our fears could extend to many different things. Y'all, I'm looking at my camera, so if you ever see me looking up, that's what I'm looking at. But what do you need to release, divine feminine? What is it that you need to let go of? What is it that you need to break free from? What is it that you need to just forgive and release from your heart in order for you to move forward more light? You know, you can't feel fulfilled being exactly where you feel like you should be, but your heart is still bitter. You know what I'm saying? Your heart is still imbalanced. Your heart is still not at peace. That's what they're saying here. What is it that you need to release in order for you to feel less burdened, so that you can move about your purpose and your path more freely, more lighthearted like? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Whatever that is for you, divine feminines, okay? Divine, I asked for another oracle. I said one more, but you're being told twice. A personal issue reaches resolution. Yeah, whatever it is that you're struggling with right now, be it mentally, emotionally, whatever, you know, many types of ways, but whatever it is that you're struggling right now, you're definitely going to reach a resolution to that problem, to that situation, and to that issue. Okay, full moon in Cancer. That's leaving it on it, or that's leaving off of it on a good note. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're going to find your clarity. You're going to find your understanding. You're going to get the point. You're going to get the point, or you're going to get to the point for whoever that makes sense for. That's what I'm hearing. Hold on a second. Okay, guys, had to break the video a little bit, but you're going to get to your point. You're going to get to the point. You're going to get to the clarity of it. You're going to reach the solution. But the way to that solution, the way to that clarity, is by understanding yourself, digging deep within you, and not being afraid of it. And I know we're programmed to sort of run away from our fear and our triggers and ignore them and not deal with them, but that is how we find our power. That is how we maintain mastery, okay, by facing the lower parts of ourselves and dealing with them accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So you walk that path and you go through that process in your own particular way. Okay, it will bring you health, it will bring you healing, it will bring you power, it will bring you balance, and it will bring you clarity. And that's what this reading is saying here. You have it all available to you. You have all of it. Everything that you need is available to you. All you have to do is walk your path as a true divine feminine and know your way and find clarity into whichever issues that you're feeling within or externally, or both, be it with your past, your emotions, your mental, your physical, working through your fear, working through your apprehension, releasing the negative. I'm hearing the word annotations or connotations on that. You know, some of you may feel negative about something that you really shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, whatever that is going to be released. And it's going to be released because you're being asked twice. So this is double confirmation of you realizing, okay, this is what this is, and that this is when you find clarity. That is when you find clarity. This is when it comes to you. Okay, this is when the decision or the transformation is complete. Okay. All right. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to pull 3 clarifiers to finish up your reading. Okay. So I hope that you enjoyed that up until this point. Okay? All right. Divine Answer 1, Oracle to come through. These are moving right now. They really moving. Okay. See how messy this is getting? I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but yeah. Divine Answer for the first. Oracle to come through. I got 2. Okay. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Okay. Failure is related to it's time to release the negativity. Failure is related to work through your fears. Failure is related to what do you need to release. Okay. That's the projection. That's the, you know, that's the thing. That's the block. That's the boulder. Okay. That's the blockage. Allow yourself to work through that. Okay. Allow yourself to work through that. Don't perceive anything like this, because if you're willing and if your intention is to grow and to proceed and to develop and to be exactly who you're supposed to be, you're gonna have to release the perception of this. Am I gonna fail? Is it gonna work? Am I good enough? Am I this? Am I that? You know, we all struggle with that. You know, I can admit that too at times. You know what I mean? But this is something, okay. But sorry guys, my camera cut off. But this is something that you're gonna have to, in lack of a better way to say it, get over the idea or the perception of failure, because there's too much greatness within you, and there's too much greatness to master, and there's too much success, you know, that is available to you to be so caught up on this. And sometimes being too caught up on this won't ever get you started with anything. So this is definitely related to this Scorpio energy that's repeated twice, okay? Twice, okay? With work through your fears, and it's time to release the negativity. And then what do you need to release, okay? And we have service. I feel good when I can help others. This is about your path. This is about your purpose. This is you not being afraid of embracing it. This is you not being afraid of dealing with it and honoring it and growing in it and transforming with it and changing with it. You know what I mean? When you're going through a spiritual growth, or when you're going through ascension, and when you're mastering and leveling up within yourself, sometimes what you did 6 months ago has completely transformed to now you're doing something else. You know what I mean? So you have to flow with the divine wave of what your sacred path and purpose is, and you have to make peace with that. You know what I'm saying? You have to fall in love with yourself again. You have to fall in love with your purpose again, and what you're here for, what you're here to do. This is all this is. And when you're in alignment with your path and with your purpose, you do help other people, because the shit that you do gives you purpose, and it makes you happy, and it gives you fulfillment. And this energy is non-existent at that point. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So service. Okay, you have a path, divine feminine, you have a sacred path and purpose to fulfill, and know that, understand that. And all this shit that you feeling or that you've been struggling with, you're gonna have to let that go. You're gonna have to let that go in order for you to know and grow and go into what you're supposed to be as a divine feminine in your own particular way. Okay, thank you. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Like I was saying, choosing better. There's so much success. There's so much potential. There's so much opportunity. There's so much prosperity, abundance, win-win outcomes. There's so much faith and belief that's available to you. All you have to do is know that it's available to you, and continue to choose what best serves your path and your purpose and your health, and peace of fucking mind, okay? Your energy, your emotions, your body, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, all of this is health. All of this is extended to health, okay? And for me, it really does feel like it extends to what do you need to release. Work through your fears, and it's time to release the negativity. It also speaks of a personal issue reaches resolution. Because if you have all this energy of you kind of feeling like that at times, or if not all the time, you know, this takes a toll on your health. You know what I'm saying? You be wondering why you feel so fucking bad. It's because you're stressed. It's because you're overthinking. It's because you're anxious. It's because you're having a panic attack. It's because of whatever it is, you know, that you're feeling. It's because, you know, you're having a bad day, or you're just emotional right now, or you're just purging, or you're just doing shadow work. It could mean and be many things, but ultimately choose what is best for your health, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and psychologically. Well, mentally, psychologically, that's the same thing. But you know what I'm saying? Choose what's best for your health, all the way fucking around. You know what I mean? Don't allow yourself to be subjected to anything that's less than what you deserve. Don't ever compromise. Don't ever cheapen your experience with life, all because someone is not willing to do the work. They want you to slow down, or they want you to do it for them. No, you got too much work to do with you. Okay? Your personal, internal, and external health is the most important thing. And what you decide to do, think, act on, choose, engage in, it all affects that. So just be mindful of that. As a powerful divine feminine, you have to be mindful of what speaks to your health and what speaks to your wounded energy. What strengthens your health, and what tugs on your lesser energy or your wounded energy. Know the difference and just respond accordingly, because they're telling you right here, you have to release the energy of failure, or the perception of failure, in whichever way that's projecting to you, because you have a purpose, a sacred purpose to fulfill, and that is beneficial to your long-term health, to your longevity, all of that. Okay, let me do one more. I'm gonna ask for one last oracle, one last one. I got two. Purpose. I know what I am here to do. Purpose and balance. This is beautiful. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Yep. Ladies, y'all know what that means. Y'all know exactly what that means. Okay? We got balance and purpose, or purpose and balance, to close this reading out. That's what you find. Purpose and balance and health is a part of prosperity. It's related to win-win outcomes. It's related to believing the impossible. It is related to a personal issue reaches resolution. That's beautiful. Ladies, you got it. You do. Just continue to embrace yourself and your purpose and your path and your way, in whichever way that is calling for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid of yourself. Don't be afraid of your beautiful truth. You know, because it is your life and your purpose to fulfill. And it's a beautiful journey to experience. It don't fucking feel great all the time. I know. Okay? I know that. Personally. Okay? But it's really, really worth it, y'all. I promise you it's worth it. It may not feel good every day, but it's absolutely worth it. And as I said, you have prosperity that lies ahead. You have a win-win outcome, and a personal issue reaches resolution. So you're being told 3 times that you're going to find your way. You're going to get your opportunity. You're going to find the answer to your question. You're going to gain on that blessing, or you're going to get that blessing, or come across that beautiful transformation that you've always desired and wanted, or that moment in time where it just reflects everything, and then God takes you forward into a brand new beautiful journey of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Where you're teaching others or helping others in whichever way. Like I said, your purpose, whatever your purpose is, okay? Whatever your purpose is, service, purpose and balance. Okay, that's going to be the title of this reading. Okay, or it's going to be something like that. So that's beautiful. That's what you gain, ladies. Like I said, purpose and balance is related to everything. All the opportunities, all the beauty, all the abundance, all the longevity that's available for you to gain. It's available to you. okay? So with all of that being said, ladies, my battery is blinking right now. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope that whatever I said, whichever way that I said it, I hope that it resonated with you, brought you some clarity of some kind. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, okay? Until next time, I will see you again with another reading.